The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and we're delighted you're here. Thank you for being here. This is an exciting day for us at Carson-Newman. We're here today to announce only the second softball coach in the history of Carson-Newman softball. Let me just say that Vicki Hollifield, who has retired recently, had a storied career here. Coach Hollifield was in the Carson-Newman Hall of Fame, the South Atlantic Conference Hall of Fame, the National Fast Pitch Hall of Fame. So she's received about every accolade that a collegiate coach could receive. And so with that said, we want to wish her and her husband Matt the very, very best in their retirement. Also, let me just say that we've won a lot of games here at Carson-Newman this year and in the years past. We've won a lot of softball games over the year. Coach Hollifield has won over 1,150 plus ball games, so a lot of ball games we've won. But my wife and I were at a funeral today, and there was the last song that was sung at this funeral. There's a song entitled, "Oh, Victory in Jesus." And I think Carson-Newman is well stated that we're built on a Christian university, and so if we've had any credit due, we want to give that to God. And so God has blessed this university. He's blessed this softball team, and He's blessed us with having Coach Hollifield here for 33 plus years. But today, we want to introduce you to the next head softball coach at Carson-Newman, a young man that has been with Coach Hollifield 15 of her 33 years. Almost half of her tenure, Michael Graves served as her assistant. So please join me as we welcome the second head softball coach in the history of Carson-Newman, Coach Michael Graves.
Coach Graves, if you would open us up with a statement about this position.
First, it's a pleasure to accept this position. I'd like to thank Mr. Morgan and Dr. O'Brien for giving me the opportunity and believing in me. There's three things that I would still like to continue as a staple, for our program here. One, I would still like to make sure that we're a faith-based team and university. We want to focus on the academic side of things. Coach Hollifield has set a good example with the girls and all the teams in the past that we have graduated 100% of all student athletes that have exhausted, the 4 years of eligibility. And I can't say enough about what she has done, with academics and making sure that all of her players have excelled outside of softball, and of course on the field as well. And then three, we want to make sure that we bring in, fine young athletes that we can compete at the highest level at on the softball field.
You talk about Vicki. She's a Hall of Famer. How do you fill those shoes?
It's tough to fill anybody's shoes that's a Hall of Famer. Coach Hollifield has won over 1,100 games in her career. She has been outstanding with the young ladies on the field and off the field. Coach Hollifield, her family took me in when I was a student here, actually. Her mom and dad I can't say enough about. They are just great people, and I owe Coach Hollifield a lot, and it's you can't replace her. I'm going to try to be Michael Graves and do my best to keep the program rolling in the tradition that she started with.
Talk about keeping the program rolling. What do you want the staple of Carson-Newman softball to be on the field in your tenure?
We want to have good character. We want to win ball games and compete with teams, but we want to do it in a classy way. Win or lose, I want everybody to see that Carson-Newman is a Christ-like team. We do things the right way. You're never going to see us use inappropriate language or do anything that would just make anybody look bad on our team.
What kind of a whirlwind has this been? You won a tournament title last week, and now you get ready for selection show Monday, not as the interim head coach, but as the guy.
It's been a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. But when you have 19 girls like we have, that these girls like to win, they want to win, they put in the practice and the times to win. I mean, Coach Hollifield and us and myself, we have surrounded ourselves with great ball players.
You look at the tournament, you thought that the auto bid was your only path, but now you sit 6th in the region rankings, and it's more about jockeying for seeding. What can you say about their efforts to play themselves not in based on the auto bid, but based on the whole portfolio of work over the course of 2018?
Well, we've talked in the last few weeks numerous times with the girls, and we said we were preseason #1 in the conference when the year started. We've had some, some bumpy roads, and we've overcome that. But we discussed a lot about getting back to where we were when we ended last year, and how good this team really could be. And I think you're seeing now what the girls are capable of.
Coach, anything else?
I'd just again like to thank my team, and again Dr. O'Brien and Mr. Morgan for giving me this opportunity. And I appreciate everything that everybody's done, from former players to Coach Hollifield again, and Coach Hollifield's family, and just everybody on this campus, from the admin to the maintenance crew. Everybody has put in, and they've helped a lot.